I wanted to film a video on the makeup I usually wear whenever I want to look as natural as possible, which sometimes doesn't really make sense because if you wear makeup, you're not natural or you don't look natural. But there is a way where you can wear makeup and still look as natural as possible and still feel natural and not feel like you have tons of makeup on. So that's what I did today. I kind of show you step by step what I do to achieve the no makeup look, and I hope you find it helpful. And if you want to see how I do it, then keep watching. Okay, so as you can probably tell, I'm not wearing any makeup at all. I'm not going to put any foundation on because when I think of no makeup, I usually think of something that's not so heavy on my face, you know, something that's really natural and lightweight. And I know with a lot of people, foundation can tend to feel a little heavy, and yeah, so I'm not doing that. So what we're really going to be concentrating on is concealer and finishing powder. So as you can tell, I have like really bad under eye circles. I have discoloration around my nose. It gets really red right here. I have like these red spots in between my eyebrows, and I don't know if you can tell on camera, but I have like dark spots around my mouth and stuff. I just usually have a lot of discoloration. So whenever I have really big pimples, I usually go ahead and use the Hard Candy Glamouflage concealer. But since I'm not really dealing with really bad breakouts right now, I'm just going to go ahead and skip that because that's a really heavy full coverage concealer. I'm just going to go ahead and use my Maybelline Fit Me, and I'm just going to dab that in the areas where I feel like I need concealing. Sorry, I keep looking in the viewfinder. So yeah, I'm just going to dab that around here because this is where it gets really red. I'm just going to put some in the middle of my forehead, down my nose here because I get really red blotchy areas throughout the day on my nose, just around my mouth. Yeah, and I'm just going to blend that in. I love this concealer. It blends. Oh my god, Jerry. It really does. Just gonna try to spread that out a little bit here because they tend to get really red. Like no matter what I do, I touch my face and I get really red just by touching my face. I have a really sensitive face. Okay, now for my heavy under eye circles, I'm just using my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser, and I'm just gonna put some of that. Let me crank this up. Mine broke, so it's really hard to twist. Just gonna add some of that under my eyes. And you always kind of want to use a brighter concealer for under your eyes, just so that it doesn't make you look dull and it brightens that area out. So I'm just blending it with my fingers. You can use a brush, but I feel like fingers work a lot more when it comes to blending under your eyes. Just use like all my fingers. Okay, so after I've blended that out, I'm just going to put a little bit of concealer on my eyelids. Usually I would just go ahead and use an eyeshadow primer, but since I'm not really doing a full-blown eye look, I'm just going to use concealer because I do have a lot of veins on my eyelids. I don't know if you can tell, but they are veiny. So I'm just going to add a tiny bit on my eyelids just to kind of even out the skin on my eyes a little bit. And this also works as a primer if you don't have one. Now I'm going to take some of that and I'm just going to add it on the very outside here, I have like the very first stages of crow's feet or something. I feel like I already have like fine lines and it's really dark right here on my eyes. Drives me crazy. So I'm just adding a little bit of concealer just to cover that up. Okay, so once you've done that, you are going to set your concealer with a powder. Now, my advice is to go with a powder that's really, really natural, not heavy on your skin, because you want to look as natural as possible. I'm using my MAC Skin Finish Natural, my Mineralized Skin Finish Natural. This is in the color medium, and this is just a really lightweight, really natural powder, and I'm just going to put that all over my face. This kind of also just, you know, evens out your skin tone. Now, no matter if you're doing a full face, crazy, dramatic look, or if you're going for something more natural like this, you should always fill in your eyebrows. Now, I'm not going to go too crazy and do such hard, chiseled lines because this is a more natural look, but I am going to fill them in. I'm going to brush through them. I'm going to use my little Anastasia spoolie, and I'm just going to brush them. Now, let me just say that the lady who does my eyebrows is in Miami, which is where I grew up and where I lived, but I don't live there anymore. So, I mean, she does my eyebrows as often as I go down to visit my family, but I haven't been down in a couple of months. Actually, no, I was down there last month. It's just my eyebrows grow really fast. Okay, sorry about that. My camera just told me that it had no memory left. It's like, card full. Go change that. Okay, anyway, like I was saying, my eyebrows are just not at its full potential right now. I apologize for that. Anyway, I just take an angled brush like this, and I always use the color Buck from the Naked palette, and I'm just gonna fill in my eyebrows really lightly and naturally. I'm not trying to do anything too dramatic with my eyebrows today. Okay, so as you can see, it's just more defined and filled in more, as opposed to having, you know, some splotchy, bally areas in my eyebrows. So now I'm just going to fill in my other eyebrow. Okay, so once I've filled in my eyebrows, and for some reason my eyebrows look a little scary on camera, like they look really dark, but they don't look like that in real life. Anyway, so I'm just going to go ahead and put a little bit of color in my eyes. I'm only using one eyeshadow, and I'm going to go into the Naked color in the Naked palette, and I'm just going to go in with my MAC 217, and I'm just going to pop this into the crease, and I'm also going to put it on the rest of my lid. I usually use Buck in my crease for everything. I use Buck for everything. But since I want it a little bit more natural, I'm using this Naked color, which is a couple of shades lighter. I'm just going to take a pencil brush, and I'm going to put that on my lower lash line as well. This is a Sigma E30. So yeah, I don't want to use a shimmery highlight. It is. I thought it was like all up in my stuff. Anyway, I'm not going to use a shimmery highlight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Anastasia matte highlighter. It's like this little pen marker type thing that came with my Brow Wiz the shirt. Yeah, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use this to kind of brighten up my eyes. So I'm going to put this under my brow bone. And I'm going to blend that with my fingers. And I'm going to take that into my tear duct. drag it down a little bit. This really just makes you look healthy and bright, and brightens up the look a little bit. Since, you know, you want it to look like you're not really wearing makeup, putting a shimmery highlight or something with a lot of sheen is just going to be a little bit too much. I'm also going to take that and I'm going to line my waterline with it just to make my eyes appear bigger and brighter. Next, I'm going to use my mascara, and I'm going to use my Wet n Wild Mega Volume Mascara. I didn't curl my lashes today because I didn't want something so dramatic, so usually my curl holds throughout the day. And I'm just going to put it on my bottom lashes as well. Okay, so after I've applied my mascara, I just like to add a little bit of bronzer to my face. I already started and then I realized that my camera wasn't recording. So I'm just going to use my NYC bronzer in Sunny, and I'm not going to use blush at all. I'm trying to keep this as natural as possible. I feel like I've said natural in this video like 50 times already, but that is the point of this video. Yeah, so I'm just going to follow the contours of my face without really contouring, you know, without using like a contour brush like this. I'm just using a brush like this to just kind of give me like a sheer. Okay, so after I've added a little bit of bronzer to my face just to kind of warm up my face, I'm pretty much done. All I'm going to be doing is adding some chapstick. I'm a huge lipstick lover, but if you want something really, really natural, and you don't want to use lip gloss either because you don't like the feel of lip gloss, you don't like your hair to get stuck to or whatever, just apply a chapstick that has a bit of a sheen to it or just some color, or like a Revlon lip butter or anything that's like moisturizing and natural, not something so dramatic. So I'm using my little Blistex that I absolutely love. It gives like a sheen to the lips. That's usually what I go for whenever I do something that's really natural like this. I just add some chapstick. I don't know if you can tell, but it does have like a little bit of a glossy shimmer. Okay, so that is it. This is my no makeup look. This is what I go for whenever I want to look decent, but I don't want to look like I'm really wearing a lot of makeup. I hope this was helpful for you, and it kind of shows you a way that you can wear makeup but still look really natural at the same time. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Bye guys! Forgot to turn the TV off.